The Holocaust in World War II, exploring the impact and memory. The Holocaust stands as one of the darkest chapters in human history. During World War II, nearly 6 million Jews and millions of others were systematically persecuted and murdered by the Nazi regime. It was not only a tragedy of unimaginable loss, but also a reminder of how hatred, prejudice, and indifference can destroy humanity. Historical context. The Holocaust did not happen overnight. It began with Adolf Hitler's rise to power in 1933, when he was appointed as the Chancellor of Germany. Under his rule, the Nazi Party began to implementing anti-Semitic policies, spreading racist ideology, and promoting the myth of Aryan superiority. In 1935, the Nuremberg laws stripping Jews of their rights as citizens, isolating them from German society. Then, in 1939, Germany invaded Poland, engaging World War II, and marking the start of a terrifying escalation of persecution. Impact on the Jewish population. The Holocaust led to the death of 6 million Jews, which represented nearly 67% of Europe's Jewish population. Entire communities, rich in story, culture, and tradition, were wiped out. The loss extended beyond human lives. It shattered families, erased language, and left behind deep scars that time could never heal. The trauma of these events continues to echo through generations. It inspired a global movement for human rights and education, urging the world to say never again. The concentration camps and the machinery of extermination. Across Europe, maps revealing the chilling extent of the Holocaust. Hundreds of concentration and extermination camps, such as Auschwitz, Treblinka, and Sibir, were spread through the continent. They were connected by train routes that transported millions to their death. These maps are not just geographic records, they are a silent witness of suffering, showing how far-reaching and organized the Nazi system of extermination was. Survivor testimonies. From the ashes of despair, survivor stories emerge accounts of horror, resilience, and hope. Many who endured the camps later shared the experience through books, documentaries, and public talks. Their voices remind us that even in the face of cruelty, the human spirit can endure. But their testimonies also reveal the lasting pain and trauma passed on to the future generations. A burden carried in silence, yet remembered through tears and courage. The power of propaganda. The Holocaust was fueled not only by violence but also by propaganda. The Nazi regime used posters, films, and speeches to dehumanize Jews and normalize hatred. These lies justified persecution and turned neighbors into enemies. It was a devastating lesson in how manipulation and misinformation can destroy moral boundaries. The aftermath and memory. In the aftermath of the Holocaust, the world saw the rebuild and learned. The State of Israel was established in 1948 as a refuge for Jewish survivors. The United Nations adopted the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, inspired in part by the horrors that had unfolded. And in January 27 was declared the International Day of Commemoration in memory of the victims of the Holocaust, to ensure that the world never forgets. In conclusion, we have that remembering the Holocaust is not only an act of mourning, it is an act of responsibility. By studying the past, we also honor those who suffered and strengthen our commitment to justice and humanity. Because forgetting won't mean allowing the story to repeat itself.